All right, guys. Hit it. Ladies and gentlemen of PAX East 2012, how y'all feeling tonight? We are the Giant Bomb, brought to you by How I Met Your Mother, 2.5 Men, CSI Miami, CSI New York, NCIS Los Angeles, and Tide. I'll be your host for the evening. I'm Ryan Davis. Beside me, Mr. Jeff Gerstmann.
Hello.
Down the line, we've got Brad Shoemaker. Mr. Alexander Alexis Navarro. And we've got Patrick Tricky Scoops Klepek. And of course, we have the CBSI players featuring the Harmonix Rhythm Section, Matt Chainsaw Cheney and Phil Reno. Give it up, folks. Yeah, rock star it up, Pope. Yes. Feel it. Feel it. God damn it. Woo. So I have kind of a secret here, is that like this whole thing was just so that I could fucking gin up having our own ska band. Yeah. Because ska's coming back, God damn it. I'm going to make it happen. I will single-handedly force that to happen.
Also, pegged pants. Those are back right now. Everyone, left leg. Just the left leg, though, because it's like cross between living death row and pegging your pants. This is how we're flipping it this time around.
Yeah, you remix it for Generation Remix.
Yeah, Generation Remix.
It's still alive.
Demands new experiences, and that's what we're here to deliver. And I'm going to turn this camera off.
All right. Yeah, kill the flip. That's gone for like a half hour, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has.
All right. Well, we'll post that at some point. That'll actually probably go up before this panel will go up.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are getting a long lead on this panel. We will put it up eventually, someday.
Yeah, but as you can see, we are missing a very important element here up on the stage. No Vinny Caravella, as he is still back at home on paternity leave, taking care of.
Yeah.
The first human child has arrived.
Let's hear it for making babies! Come on!
I did very intentionally wear a black shirt in his honor.
So. All right, okay.
So you're carrying the spirit of Vinny in your shirts.
Yeah. And I've been extra racist all week.
And I've been making babies all over Boston.
So, wait, after the show, Patrick will be here impregnating, whatever comes by.
Whatever you've got, really, he'll do it. I've got 2 more puzzle pieces that I need to get, so...
Dudes, ladies, 3DSs, doesn't matter.
You do know the difference between street passing and sex, right?
That's called spot passing.
Put your puzzle pieces in him.
Unlike Jeff, Patrick doesn't care if it's wet or not, so...
Yeah. Whereas for me, the wetter the better.
Speaking of wet, the end of this table is super wet.
Is it?
Yeah.
Has something been spilled on it?
I'm sitting here in a puddle right now.
I don't want to hear about your puddle anymore.
Yeah, okay.
It's a family show.
I know. We have an HR department now.
Is it?
So.
Yeah.
Is it really?
We do. We have an HR department now, but I don't think they've been privy to any of our shenanigans so far.
No, they helped us get the flights booked for this thing, and then we didn't really tell them what we were doing once we were out here, and they didn't think to ask. They figured like, well, they're human beings. They're certainly civil to some extent, which is a really fucked up assumption. But it's been working out great so far.
As long as they don't know how to get to YouTube, we should be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll never happen.
We came in hot on Thursday. We went to the annual Harmonix Rock Band Night at the Brattle. And who came out
was
to that?
there? Who was there? Make some noise.
That was a fucking
All right, good
nightmare,
enough.
right? God damn. Just what a drunken mess that was.
It was technically a show. It depends on which show you were watching.
After a fashion, yes.
I only had like 3 drinks and was pretty much in control the whole time. So all that was deliberate. That wasn't.
So as you can see, we have employed pretty much every single one of our friends on the East Coast and the Midwest, basically, to help flesh out the show. Because we don't have any ideas of what we're actually going to do up here.
No, exactly. We have to do a lot of outsourcing, and this year we're going to be outsourcing more and more of this panel than we ever have before. We know a lot of you guys like to get some stuff autographed.
And we love doing it, but we don't always have time to do all of it. Like, there's like 1,000 people in this room.
More than that. I counted.
Okay, what's 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, no, your math checks out.
Yeah. So this year we've got a new plan, Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if you guys are familiar with a friend of the site, Dave Lang from Iron Galaxy. He loves giving autographs.
The Racketeer is here.
Yeah, the Racketeer at the Microsoft booth. Check it out if you can. Dave, we actually set up a chair here in front for you. So Dave Lang will be signing autographs for the duration of the panel. So if you've got anything that you want autographed
signing
by Dave Lang or by us, he's going to do it on our behalf. We're outsourcing, we're farming it out. India's too far. Dave Lang's right here. So,
here we go.
We don't
John
have,
Drake,
we don't have a pen.
I don't have any pens, man. Bring your pen. All right, guy in the cape's got a pen. Of course he does. What does that even mean? Signing the sheet music.
All your fans.
So it's to all your fans. All right, well, that's going to go on and
All night.
And we will continue to ridicule.
So, feel free to come up. Try not to come up this side if you can, and visit.
So
visit young David directly.
So okay,
We cannot guarantee you'll keep
people
your
are
seat,
obviously
though.
not in on the joke necessarily here. So this young man, sir, come on over here. What's your name? Alex here came to Dave Lang. I believe this was yesterday. And asked him for an autograph, knowing Dave Lang from the site. And Dave Lang, either because he was big timing so hard or just so insecure, refused to autograph this dude's book. Totally iced him out.
Boo this man. Boo him.
So no. So we are giving.
This is like basically one half of the story.
It's the only half that matters, Dave.
We are giving you the chance to redeem yourself here and to sign as many autographs as is humanly possible. So, Dave, we'll get your half of the story whenever. Dave Lang, God bless you. So, yeah, now that we've got that set up, how you guys doing? You feeling good?
Yeah.
Jeff, Jeff, hot off the plane from Rome. You came directly from fucking Rome.
Yeah, I was
to
in
Boston.
I took the long way here, which would seem like I just tried to amp it up every year and just figure out like new ways to experience and enjoy PAX, and that just seemed like the right way to do the right thing to do is to tack a 10-hour flight on the front of it. And it has made the Penny Arcade Expo East a little surreal.
I'd say.
Surrealer, yes. I'm not quite prepared to deal with the level of cosplay this year. Just look at this.
So how's the show been for you so far this year?
It's I took a nap.
That's a pretty good nap, huh?
Yeah, it was all right. No, it's
I think I caught you on the back end of that nap.
yeah.
The shoes
Did you
were
take
off.
your shoes off? That's been like a constant on whether if you take your shoes off, that makes getting up real hard. If you keep your shoes on, it's a little bit easier to get off the bed.
But then when you keep your shoes on, it's a little harder to just get sleep. So it's I took one shoe off, figuring just try and put one foot in each camp, and yeah, it's been a bit of a weird week. I was over there seeing Capcom, the Roman company.
Yeah. Our favorite Italian developer.
Yeah.
Capcom, man.
Yeah, so every year they have an event right around this time, and they choose different areas of the world to have it in because they have media from around the world coming in, and one year it's like you don't get to fly as far, but the rest of you get to fly really far. And meanwhile, I don't know if you know this, but Capcom's U.S. office is about 20 minutes away from our office in San Francisco.
Beautiful San Mateo.
In beautiful.
It's San Mateo.
It's San Mateo. And so naturally, the best way to see those games is to fly everyone to Rome and take a look at like
Talk to Japanese dudes.
Yeah, to talk to Japanese dudes in a Roman hotel. But there's no payoff to this story because I actually can't say anything about any of that stuff until like Tuesday. So on the podcast we record when we get back, we'll be able to tell you about the zombies.
Alex, you got your shit autographed? Fantastic.
Great.
I feel good.
Thanks,
I feel
Dave
good
Lang.
about that. Yeah. Dave Lang
Yeah.
redeemed. Love him. He's a beautiful man. Racketeer looks awesome. So Jeff, anything that you've seen at the show that you would consider a must for folks so far?
You know, if you can make your way in to see it, I know it's one of those things that, you know, they have a pretty long line, but Borderlands 2 is definitely worth seeing. Yeah.
More Borderlands.
Borderlands
There it is.
more like it.
Shit writes itself. You paying attention, 2K?
Yeah. It's, you know what? It is not dramatically different from Borderlands 1 from what they're showing. But
Okay, so I wasn't crazy when I saw that game like a week ago, and I was like, this seems a lot like Borderlands.
Well, yeah. I mean, what are they going to turn it into, like a match 3 puzzle game? Like,
I
I'm
fucking hope
listening.
not.
Borderlands.
Murderlands.
So what did you like? What did you like most that they have changed?
You know, of the stuff they changed, I mean, they've come up with new character classes, so that'll kind of create just new ways to play. And
The Gunzerker?
like the Gunzerker, which those of you that have made your way into the booth, did you play the Gunzerker, or was the Siren available also, or Gunzerker? Yeah,
That guy.
that guy is a big. Yeah, the two of you waited in the line. Good, nice. So his whole thing is his action skill is that he can dual wield. So he will just bust out another gun and then just start cackling like a fucking maniac as he goes, which I appreciated.
But that's a hell of a line though for that game.
Yeah.
The weight for that is pretty rugged down there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's, keep that in mind if you're going to try and take a stab at seeing Borderlands 2.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely one of the games you'd have to invest a whole lot of time tomorrow in seeing if you did want to see it. But then also they've changed some of the properties for some of the gun manufacturers. I actually really like that they attached brand names to all the weapons and then try to make them a little different. So one of the brands, when you go to reload the gun, you just fucking throw it, and then another one magically appears.
Well, no, you missed the key detail in that is that when you throw the other gun, it explodes.
Yeah. Also, the gun fucking explodes. And if you throw it when it's still full of ammo, the explosion is bigger. Which naturally, of course, why wouldn't you do that? And that's a lot of fun. But yeah, I spent a whole lot of time playing Borderlands 1, and it was not a perfect game. It certainly had AI issues, and the boss fights were bad. But they say that they're hopefully working on actually fixing that stuff, which that gets me pretty excited. So, hopefully they learned a lot of lessons from kind of the goods and bads of the DLC that they put out for that game, and that rack hive. You got in a spot where you couldn't get hit, and you just pulled the trigger, and then it fell over, and you're like, well, that was I finished that boss fight. So as long as they fix all that stuff and all that, like the rest of it looks pretty good. So I'm into that.
You're ready for it.
You're ready for that.
Borderlands.
I would like to play more Borderlands.
Got it.
2.
Brad Shoemaker.
Yes, sir.
How you feeling, dude? At this point,
You're going to make me talk, aren't you?
I'm gonna make you talk. We put a mic in front of you. I'm not gonna blow a mic on you and not have you say anything.
I'm very sorry. I get so nervous in front of this many people.
Don't worry.
I know you're not getting your money's
Big round of
worth here,
applause
but
for
I'm
Brad
trying.
Shoemaker.
Brad, you do realize that more
Shoemaker.
people than this listen to you on the podcast every week.
They're not in the room with me.
Well, that's fair.
I mean, we could put you down in the Lang zone.
You could just picture everyone naked.
Sounds like a place I want to be.
It was
take
like
your
you
pants
said
off,
before
whatever.
the show. Just remember, just imagine a Tyrannosaurus Rex shuffling a deck of-
cards. That's
deck
what I
of
was
cards.
told. Yeah.
Then everything else goes away.
Also, I understand it helps if everybody strips down to their underwear. So, I mean, if you could get on that, that might help.
No.
No, good. Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No. You especially. You can see I'm looking into your soul. No. Don't listen to him. No. Bop, 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 bop. All right. Brad.
Yeah.
Other than hangovers, what's been your favorite part of the show so far?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty much just here for the street passing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been street
It is-
paxing
it's-
real
it is-
good.
Yeah, street paxing, fast and
I
furious.
see you've got the green light is on
it's
right over
precious,
there.
Precious green light. Light is green. Trap is clean.
So you're just gonna open up your 3DS.
Just gonna do this. This is just happening. Oh well.
That doesn't play.
I bet you guys are really glad you came. To,
Can't do this anywhere else at PAX.
Right.
yeah.
No, I mean, it feels like the line is the same every year, but I never get tired of telling the story of like the indie experience at PAX. You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
Like this is the place that those guys that can't go get E3 booths can get a ton of exposure, and like us and everybody else here can go around and notice all these games that you've never heard of before, but look amazing.
So
And
I
there's a bunch
never
of that stuff
spend
here.
any time at the big game booths at PAX
Yeah.
if I can, because you're right. There's the stuff that you're not going to see elsewhere that comes up here. So this year, you know, at PAX East, they don't have the PAX 10 here, but they do have the Indie Mega booth set up, which is awesome, right?
Yeah.
It's where I've spent the most time during this show so far, on the actual show floor. And there's like a dozen games, maybe more than that. There's a lot of stuff that you've seen, you know, in years past that's been around for a while, that's been in development for a while. You know, Skulls of the Shoguns here, Antichamber's here, Monaco, Cairo.
Guacamelee.
So Guacamelee is one of the new
Guacamelee,
games. That looks
yeah.
fucking awesome.
What do you do in Guacamelee?
It's a Metroidvania game with a two-world kind of flipping mechanic where you go between a living world and a dead world.
Okay.
And it's and you play a luchador.
So I was hoping it would be like the regular world and the lucha world.
Well, I think that's it. I think it's
So
you
the
know like
Dark
Day of
World
the
is
Dead
just-
world, so it's all styled in that way.
Okay.
Art style looks super dynamic. A lot of fun with that, and that's the Drink Box guys, the About a Blob guys. So it's got a really solid look to it. I think they're still real early in development, but that game looks amazing. I spent this morning the first game that I went and played this morning, like straight from the hotel. Again, still feeling real damage from last night. Was Antichamber, which is probably the worst game to play when you don't have your wits about you, because it's if you haven't seen it, if you haven't heard about it before, it's a first-person puzzle game with non-Euclidean I don't know geometry. Yeah,
Not a lot of right angles. I guess.
What?
so space doesn't work. It's like you're in a dream where you're walking down a hallway real slow, and then you look back and it's not the same hallway anymore. It's like you actually impact the environment by looking at it.
That sounds like a hangover.
Yeah, exactly. So like stacking that with the Hangover with that, it's like, oh man. And it was made by an Australian, so it's extra weird.
And he's normally wearing a pink suit. He wasn't today.
No, he wasn't wearing his pink
But
suit.
on Friday, he was wearing a pink suit as he was during all of GDC, and he somehow finds a way to pull that off.
He does
Did you
that
ask
well.
him why he wasn't wearing it today?
What's going on down there?
What?
Oh, did you ask him why he wasn't wearing the pink suit today?
Because he's at PAX and he's sweaty.
Also, he couldn't compete with the guy with the pink proton pack.
That was amazing. Did anyone else see like the guy with the pink proton pack? So I witnessed the greatest moment was I saw him meet up with the other Ghostbusters, and they all just like gave him a big group hug. It was amazing. It was the most glorious thing I've ever seen.
Which ones were the real Ghostbusters?
It's a question for the ages, Jeff. But they're very accepting.
That's a real
Ghostbusters.
one-hand clapping thing. I don't know if I can deal with that.
Can you do that over here? Lower.
We already did that joke at
Yeah,
the
I
rock
was gonna say,
band
that
night.
happened on Thursday.
That's the scary part. Is
The jerk-off joke well is never-ending, Alex. It keeps on giving. But so yeah, Antichamber played that.
That's the CBS promise.
Thank you, Ashton Kutcher, for bringing us here. Yeah, Antichamber, awesome. That's in the Indie Mega booth. It's worth playing if you have some time, and it is a real mind bender. And then I also played Super Time Force from Cappy Games, which is like they're describing it as a kind of a split between like Gunstar Heroes and Braid. So it's like a side-scrolling pixel shooter that has a time rewinding mechanic. So every time you die, you get time rewinded back to the last place, to like your last checkpoint or your last starting point, and you go, and then the ghost of your last life goes with you, and then you can like go and stop the thing that killed your last life, and you get that life back. So you can kind of like create this army of yourself to go through these levels, and it's a real kind of tricky game. There is like a weird kind of puzzle element to it because of the time rewinding stuff, but it's also balls hard. As a good 2D.
So
old
it
school shooter
kind of has
should be.
that like Super Meat Boy like replay where it shows all of them.
It's like that, but instead of like the catharsis of the end of a Super Meat Boy level where it's like fucking finally I got through this thing and I get to see all those paths. Like those are actually helping you. Like those are actually beneficial to you. It's not just I saw that and.
What was that shooter? There was the side-scrolling space shooter that had like time mechanics. Zeit.
Zeit Squared.
Zeit Squared.
Something
Yeah.
like that,
That had like a time rewinding.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Look for it.
It's available now on Xbox
Yeah.
Live Arcade.
I
Under Z, where I'm sure it's easy to find.
If I could single out one game here, it would be Dust and Elysian Tale. Anybody see that?
Yeah.
What is that? I
Like-
keep hearing about that.
Never mind that the game looks fantastic. It's like a Metroidvania with really nice 2D like fluid art and
Yeah.
like a really like tightly designed combo system, and you level up and there's crafting and like on and on.
Do you remember it was a trailer that Vinny was freaking out about like 3 years ago or something?
Well, that's when it won the Dream Build Play contest.
Yeah.
Like that,
Okay.
it won
Won that
that. And it's
competition.
following the same path as kind of like James Silva of Dishwasher and Scott Studios.
Okay, yeah.
Right, but so like forget that the game looks awesome, but the whole thing was made by one dude.
Right.
Like he had a concept art background, so he's like a good traditional 2D artist. And I was like, so what inspired you to make this? And he was like, I wanted to learn how to program.
He's like, I want to learn how to
So
make
he
games,
did.
so I'm going to make a really awesome one.
So he did, and like made this great looking game all by himself. Like he's been working on it for like 4 years, and it's almost done, and it looks great. And I'm in awe that one guy can master that many disciplines and turn out something that good looking.
Did he do all the music too?
The music is the one thing
Yeah,
that he
the
outsourced.
music's not
so,
his. Yeah.
So I had
Sellout. God, man, what?
I had some folks asking like where they can actually find that. Do you know like can
It's
you
in the
single out-
Microsoft XBLA area.
Yeah,
right
it's
next to
like-
Deadlight, which
it's-
also looks
yeah,
really cool.
Minecraft and then Deadlight and then Dust is in the middle. That's a little thing. It's if you're playing The Racketeer by Iron Galaxy Studios and you turn around, just find Dave Lang and ask him. He'll tell you where it is.
Ask Dave Lang. He'll tell you where to go and find Dust. It's just go to Racketeer and then
Yo, Lang, where can I score some Dust, kid?
shut down. Brad, anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right, excellent. Brad Shoemaker, ladies and gentlemen. Our East Coast correspondent, Alex Navarro.
Hi. How's it going?
I believe it is senior East Coast correspondent.
yeah,
Yes,
that's right.
senior East Coast editor, Dave Snyder.
So did you take the Acela down, or
Yeah,
how did you get
I
here?
took the Acela, which
Yeah.
is glorious. I hate flying anywhere that if I don't have to, and the Northeast that's the one thing the Northeast is good for is train travel.
Right. Good modern
Yeah.
travel options.
Yes.
Trains.
Joe Biden was not kidding. It's great.
Alex Navarro,
Yes.
what has been your must-see thing from the show so far?
Well, Dust was definitely up there. Deadlight is definitely up there too. I
What
played a
is
little
that?
bit of that. I don't know how to describe it except it reminded me when I was looking at it of Shadow Complex in the sense it has that
Well,
sort of side-scrolling feel to it.
There's no backtracking or exploration.
No,
It's-
there-
it actually takes a lot of cues from Out of This World and Flashback. If you remember
yeah,
that
great.
stuff, like,
Sign me up.
like,
Done.
like that.
Well,
really,
if you want to get all referential on me, yeah, okay, sure, it does.
well, I
but
do.
War of the Worlds.
Also, it was set in the 80s.
It is set in the
think it's cool.
80s,
It's a
and it's
period-
got
it's a period
zombies
piece.
in it, and maybe you've heard I have a thing for zombies, so I'm fond of it. But it's more of like an avoiding zombies game. You're not running around killing them.
Yeah,
It's-
combat is not.
You're not throwing them birthday parties?
No.
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 You're like you're walking up the street and the zombie. You're like, oh, geez, I hope he didn't. see
Oh
me.
God, I saw this guy.
that doesn't work so
Fucker.
well, no.
I owe him like $7.
Yeah, that,
The lesson of Deadlight: never lend money to zombies.
No. That game looks very good. It's seemed pretty easy to play. Like I got into it pretty quick. I hate to be the guy to talk about some big blockbuster thing, but I was actually pretty impressed with the Assassin's Creed 3 demo. I was pretty blown away by it. Who actually waited more than 2 hours to see that?
Waited more than 2 hours to see that. Hands up.
You are
Anyone?
lucky. Yeah, that.
Who likes stabbing dudes?
Yeah.
In the face with a
You are
tomahawk.
way
Yeah.
better at the audience polls than I am. No, that I am not the biggest Assassin's Creed fan in the world, but watching that demo, I can totally see like where they're going with it, and I'm way more excited about it than I was like any of the other ones, just because I like killing British dudes.
Yeah. We're starting tonight. Who's with us?
America!
Fucking red coats. Not you enforcers, you guys.
The streets were run with their blood. The Freedom Trail.
No, that's prostitute blood.
Same thing.
What? An audible Jesus from John Drake.
America was built on the backs of prostitutes.
That's actually. I'll totally stand by that. I was in a history class once. I think I know a thing or two about America.
That's what Ken Burns taught me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also baseball. Something is good.
Dear Henrietta, I've been prostituting myself for 6 months now. It has been a hard life. I miss you so.
Do a little bit of zoom in on whatever the picture, just zoom in back and forth.
Alex Navarro, anything else?
Nah, that's pretty much it.
Cool. Tricky.
Hey.
Tricky Klepek, what's up?
Scoop.
That trick name is really stuck. We didn't even try that hard with that one.
The best ones do.
I had a really disturbing story happen today.
Oh, I love it. Go.
So we've been on the floor, and then it was around like 3 o'clock. We should probably eat some food. So we got some food. And actually, I will say the food here is way better than any convention I've ever been to. That's not saying much. That's a pretty shitty compliment.
Yeah.
But the food at this convention center is way better. So it was like, I had to take a piss. So we go in, and I'm like, there's a long line. So I get in that line. The line is like 7, 8, 9, 10 people long. And all of a sudden, someone goes, well, there's a urinal available. And I'm like, wait. Okay, well, all I'll have to do is piss. And then it dawns upon me, there are 10 people in front of me that just want to shit. That's all they want to do. Like, there are some real PAX poops that are about to happen in front of me.
Just 10 dudes standing there, hot loads, ready to go in the chamber.
And then at some point, someone goes, 2 urinals available. And I'm like, I need to pee real fast and get out of here.
Well, if they needed to shit that bad,
and then I would get in line, and I pee, and the line is only getting longer. I need to get out of this room real fast. I don't want to street pass with any of these people.
You almost want to hope that someone just got in that line and then just didn't want to get out once they realized, wait, I'm not in the urinal line, I'm in the other line.
Yeah.
Just so that it's not 10 dudes.
It's the wrong kind of spot pass.
Shit stories, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks, Patrick.
The sort of class we bring to this operation.
How many shits have you taken in Boston?
The Live Giant Bombcast brought to you by CBS, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Dude, I'll be straight with you. I'd really rather not get into it.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
You were in that line, weren't you?
I am the line.
You're the reason why there was a line. Like, none of these toilets work anymore. All 3 of them somehow, all at once, just
spontaneously. And I was on the other side of the fucking building. That's how bad it was.
You street passed with me and ran to the other bathrooms. You're like, I'm going to shoot this through the pipe.
I am way into the idea of turning street passing into a euphemism for shitting. I think that's a great idea. I think we should we should proffer this as much as we possibly can.
what?
I don't know where to go from here.
Price is Right, 10 a.m., Monday through Friday.
Oh, Drew Carey.
Green light!
Great. That guy's fantastic. All right, any non-poo related stories?
Yeah. Nope.
All right, thank you guys for coming out.
We went and saw Aliens Colonial Marines, which I've been pretty excited to see. I will say up front that I fall on the Alien versus Aliens. Like, I prefer Alien as a movie.
Well, you're a horror dude.
So you're an intelligent human being then.
Ooh, I was not. I was going to say I just enjoyed more tension and scary films than shitting on people that like Aliens, but you can do whatever you want.
I like Aliens a
Alex
lot.
Navarro.
I'm just saying, Alien is the movie.
I was actually a little surprised about how cartoonish like the actual visual style is. Like it's a little more whimsical, I guess, than I was sort of expecting.
It was
for
very
an Alien
I'm
movie.
on an Aliens
whimsy.
ride. Like I'm on a ride at some theme park, like here's hey, check it out, I'm at Vasquez's locker, and then look, xenomorphs, and then it's like Star Tours or something, or Star Trek: The Experience, but with aliens.
Yeah, I mean, I understood like it's a demo that they're showing to fans, especially because now they're saying it's a canonical sequel to Aliens, so like they want to show like here are the things we can get in there and we're allowed to say because we're a canonical sequel. But my favorite like Aliens related game of all time is Aliens versus Predator, like, and specifically playing as the Marine in AVP in 1 or 2.
Which one, the Jaguar game or what?
Well,
The Capcom
I like the
side-scroller.
arcade game.
So, well, that's a good game. I also forgot that when I was talking with Drew earlier that Rebellion made the first game and then Monolith made the second game, like, which I had totally forgotten. And the Marine sections is the best part of both those games. And the reason that part is so good is because the tension of when you hear the beeping is fucking terrifying because you know you're gonna die. Like, you have very limited ammo. It's scary as hell. And the thing that it's not that Aliens: Colonial Marines is going to be a bad game. It's very pretty. Like it's just that I want a scary game. Like I prefer horror games, and like that's not the Aliens game that I was looking for. But it does seem like if you are in for like the fan service, if you wanted to find some connections from Aliens to Alien 3, I don't know why you would want connections to Alien 3. That's a terrible film. But
Wow.
Wait, actually, Patrick, hold on a second here.
Oh, you finished it.
I only have 2 more puzzle pieces left.
Oh, that's
I just finished the Star Fox 64 3D panel. Thank you, guys. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, fucking clap for it. It deserves it.
We have 90 minutes to fill, people.
All right, I'm sorry. Carry on.
So it's still worth seeing. I think it's going to be a fun game. It's just sort of for the kind of alien. Oh, now my 3DS music is playing really loud. The other game I saw that you should really check out is Mark of the Ninja, which is from the creators of Shank. It's
Yeah.
this Mark of the Ninja is being written by an ex-Killscreen editor, Chris Dolan, and I think stealth games are mostly fucking horrible video games, and it's largely because stealth games are only fun the one time that you make it through the area and you did it successfully. Anytime you get caught, like in Metal Gear Solid, and all of a sudden you have to go through like the alert phase, you're just like some idiot running around like trying to hide, and it's actually easier just to quit and stop playing the game and just pick up from the last checkpoint. And so what they do in Mark of the Ninja is that it's very binary. So you have light and dark, so you always know whether you're being seen or whether you're not being seen. When you're running, it actually creates this giant circle, so you know where the sound is projecting from your feet. So you know at all times.
You've finished the Rhythm Heaven
Rhythm
one.
Heaven Fever panel in the bag, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to our Rhythm Heaven Fever panel.
All right. God damn it! On the 4, Patrick. Jesus Christ.
Watch
I just got the last piece. I've collected all 345 pieces as of right now. Thank you. I'm going to give myself a round of applause.
I'm not.
Another great moment that you were able to share with us by attending this panel, and you're welcome. And you're welcome.
You're all very glad you waited like 2 hours to get in here, right?
But it's a really interesting game because what you end up doing in Mark of the Ninja is a lot of running around and creating distractions and watching as the guards actually explain to you, like systemically on the screen, when they are alerted to you, when they are not alerted to you. And it makes it really fun because the shitty part of stealth games is when you don't know why you got caught. It's the weird gray area of like, well, I don't think I should have been caught. In Mark of the Ninja, you always know why you got caught. It's because you fucked up. It's because you created a distraction and you ran the wrong way. So it's a really interesting game, and it solves a lot of the problems of stealth games because it's 2D and because it creates these binary choices. So I highly recommend checking it out. They're over when you walk right into the convention, if you head straight left, they're kind of in the corner. So Mark of the Ninja would be sort of my recommendation of the show.
All right.
Silence.
Well, great.
All right. Well, that sounds awesome. Where can I see that?
He already said.
He already said
I
I
just
was
said
paying
it.
attention. I was trying to get John
Thanks.
Drake's attention here because
Thanks for paying attention, Dave Lang.
I was trying to get John Drake's attention to come over here to set up for the band because I figure we'll have our first guests up on stage.
Yeah.
So you guys like Cards Against Humanity, right? Yeah. We're fans too. You know, we did the TNT, and that was a goddamn blast. And there was a fun kind of meta game going on there of, trying to decide whether you're going to play the most horrible thing that you had in your hand, or if you're going to try to be more diplomatic, and then at a certain point decide whether, if you won, if you were going to then actually admit, like, yeah.
The most shocking thing was how good Brad was at that game, even though up front he's like, I don't want to be good at this game.
Brad might be the best.
This will show how much of a fucking asshole I am.
I'll humbly accept that title. It's not about being the most disgusting or offensive. It's kind of a psychological study. It's about getting in the head of the person whose turn it is, and like figuring out what they are going to think is the best choice.
It's kind of but it's the darkest.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily the worst, but we have one of the creators of Cards Against Humanity here, and we're gonna chat with him. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Max Temkin. Max, come on up.
I'll talk after this one.
Give me a Bud Light Lime.
The CBSI players, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo! Does anybody mind if we open some adult beverages?
I guess more. We have been provided here thanks to I guess Turbine. We can thank them for that by name.
We're gonna associate that with a company.
Yeah. We'll say the company did this. Thanks, Turbine, for these Labatt Blue Light Lime.
Is this like bootleg Bud Light Lime?
I think you can only get that at Canadian grocery outlets.
So Bud Light Lime is already trolling someone that wants to drink beer. This is trolling someone that thinks Bud Light Lime is a funny joke. And that person turned out to be me.
Well, here's to you.
Max, do you want anything to drink? How you doing, sir?
I would love one of these horrible beers.
Fantastic.
All right.
At least you're upfront about it.
You're obviously a fan of horrible things as one of the co-creators of. Oh yeah, that's a good face there.
Drink it in.
Now think about putting that in a microwave for about 90 seconds.
Let's put it in the dishwasher for an hour.
That's rough.
Max, how you doing?
I'm great. I like the
Fantastic.
theme
Get up on
music.
that mic, man.
All
Don't be
right.
afraid of it.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I like that theme music. I want those guys to follow me all over the convention, so when I go into a room, it just...
It would
Get the
be
ska
nice.
going.
You know why? Because ska makes everything better.
Yeah.
That's right.
It makes people happy. I like being happy.
Yeah, that upbeat, man.
And it's like
right
a
in there.
genuine happiness. And normally I can only get happiness from darkness.
Usually it's forced. It's like I'm smiling. Hi, guys.
I hate myself slightly less today, you guys. That's not true.
So, Max, can you talk to us a little bit about just the genesis of Cards Against Humanity?
Yeah, sure. So Cards was made by me and 7 friends. We've been friends, some of us met in first grade, so we've been friends for like way too long. And
So you know all the worst things about each other.
Oh, it's just unspeakable, the things that we know about each other. And we were always kind of the nerdy kids in school, and we would always, make our own fun, make our own games, and this is just sort of the culmination of a lot of years of making terrible games. It's actually kind of mind-blowing that anyone here knows what Cards Against Humanity is, but we're really...
The expansion sold out. I can't buy it on Amazon.
Yeah, the whole thing is gone, so yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I did enjoy that the sign in the Kickstarter lounge where you guys are set up if folks want to come by and say what's up. Because I know you had a huge pile of copies of the game yesterday, and that shit sold out.
Yes, it did.
And now you have a sign up that says Cards Against Humanity is sold out forever. Fuck you.
Fuck off.
Oh, is it fuck off? I'm
yes,
sorry.
Exactly.
Semantics here, ladies and gentlemen. Well, let's talk about the latest in the world of Cards Against Humanity. You guys have put out how many expansion packs now?
So yes, we have the main game, which we just updated, and then we have our first expansion. And we're actually planning to get together this summer and put out a couple more expansions.
And I also just have to say, I think it's one of the things that appealed to me that I thought was very cool about the whole project from the start. It's the first time that I saw it. I was telling you this when we first met, was that. I saw the game. I said, this sounds fucking great. It's like the most nightmarish, like all the subtext that happens in an adult game of like apples to apples is now just text. It's just there written out loud.
Which gives you plenty of room for like everything beneath that. It gets way worse.
Yeah. So, I'm like, okay, great. I'll sign me up. I'll go buy a deck. And, you go to Amazon. It's like $90 because some asshole is just trying to, get me for anything that he can. And so I was like, man, that sucks. And I go look at the site. You guys have this cool Creative Commons setup with the game. So folks, like if the game is sold out, you've got these great directions on how folks can make their own copies, how they can take this PDF, go to like a Kinko's or something, and have their own decks made. Folks can also just like create their own fucking cards, and that's really cool. So if you want to, add something like, I don't know, like
You
Leo
just
Laporte.
put yourself on the spot.
Yeah. Let's say if you wanted to put Leo Laporte into your deck.
10 people in a line to poop. I think that might be going in.
I would be fucking completely honored if anything from this ridiculous panel here made it into a
10 people in line for
I mean,
food.
you guys did crowdsource.
I was in that room.
You did crowdsource a lot of the game, right? Like, or a lot of the cards are based on user submissions, or?
Yeah, well, we hear from people a lot, and most of the submissions we get suck pretty hard, but it's a great brainstorming tool. So we'll sort of take the list and read over it and see what people think is funny and what people think is ridiculous.
What
and
are the
make
kind of
jokes
things
about
that
it.
people think are, like, how does that line up with your values of what is, like, offensive and crazy? Because I imagine people, what do they think is funny, and versus how does that line up with, like, what Cards of Humanity, like, the sort of baseline for what you guys think is funny and what goes into the game?
Yeah, we get a lot of the bad suggestions are, just things that are straight out shocking, straight out offensive, have profanity in it. And we always try and take that and think about it and try and figure out, well, what's funny in it? Why are we laughing about it? Why does it make us uncomfortable? And there's usually a joke in there. And we like sort of creating very open-ended jokes that let people make very smart combinations. And I think that's part of the fun of the game, is there's a little more substance there than just a curse word.
Yeah, it's not just filth. I think probably like my favorite card in the deck is just the one that says hope.
You can plug that in.
I remember during TNT when I played that, and that was like at the bottom of like a bowl of Chinese food, like hope. I'm like, why is that funny? I don't know, but it's hysterical. Like you finish a bowl of Chinese food and there's just hope at the bottom, which is a lie. 10 people later, it probably does. That part's a lie too.
I don't know if we want to get into the Leo Laporte stuff anymore, if that's just giving that ancient man more exposure. I don't think this crowd even knows. Leo Laporte, does that mean anything? So, I guess they played some Cards Against Humanity on like one of their late night shows on Twit.
Which is recorded in the town we live in the suburban town. Like their studio just happens to be there.
Like 3 miles across town is where that shit's happening. I don't know if it's necessarily because of this, but that show was then like immediately shut down.
Yeah.
And then Leo Laporte got on camera and just started talking shit about Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah.
And started saying stuff like, we don't need to push the envelope. We don't need to offend people. We're a tech show. We can have fun in other ways. And then fucking proceeded to talk about iOS security management. Yeah, real good stuff, Leo. Really burning the world down.
That is another way to have fun.
So fuck him.
Well,
I don't mean that, but we love Cards Against Humanity, and we're happy to support in any ways that we can, even if that means
love
fighting
you guys.
Leo Laporte.
We love you guys, and I think it's really cool that you guys can put us on your show, and no one can tell you guys to go fuck yourselves. You guys have a ton of integrity, and you're hilarious.
We tell ourselves to go fuck ourselves.
There was definitely some internal dialogue of like, Like when that game came up, like we should do this for TNT. No fucking way.
Yeah, Vinny
is
was
too
not
crazy.
into it at all up front. He was like, you guys are gonna get bad. Like, we can't put that on. We can't live stream that.
I think for me, like the quintessential moment was the day that we were announcing the CBS stuff, and we were all at Dave's house, and like we did our live stream, ate some pancakes, and shocked the world, and said what we needed to say, and then. As we were kind of breaking that down, it was just like, Twitter just all over the place, crazy, just like a million emails, like, okay, we have a million things to do right here, and everyone's just super quiet typing, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, Cards Against Humanity is back in stock, and like drop everything, like, okay, that's when I got my order in. I think Patrick got.
Yeah, I bought the original and couldn't get the expansion. You're like, well, I ordered it 10 minutes ago. I got it.
Yeah. So it was like. Craziest
that's
day
what we did
in
10 minutes after we announced everything. Buy Cards Against
That's
Humanity.
in the video we put up after the fact of just like, well, I got mine. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You should have fucking been more on that shit. Where was your head at? Why weren't you thinking of this? Get the important shit done.
So Max, do we have any idea of when we're going to see a fresh printing of cards for folks so they can know when to? I know you guys send out emails so people can get on the list if they are interested. And
we're kind of learning all this stuff for the first time. We're not like a big game company. We're just some guys who make poop jokes. But we think it's going to be about 5 or 6 weeks, and we'll have way too many. An entirely irresponsible number of sets will be available to all of you. And you can also go on our website, which is http://
Keep going.
Hang on, I need to write this
World
down.
Wide Web cardsagainsthumanity.com. And it's
What's the
free.
com
The whole
stand
game
for?
is for
They have to
is
type
free.
all that out, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Spell it out.
how do you spell H? Like A, that's ache.
COLON.
Okay.
F.
So do you guys have any designs? I mean, I know you've been working on the Cards Against Humanity stuff for a while. Do you have any designs on games beyond this, kind of in the card and board game arena?
Yeah, absolutely. I work on a different game called Humans vs. Zombies that's played at like a lot of college campuses and stuff. So we're trying to grow that. And then, I don't know what we'll do next. Right now we're putting all of our energy into this, but we funded Cards Against Humanity with Kickstarter. I don't know if you guys go on that website, but it's a crazy
Just
scene.
a couple of them.
Heard of it?
Yeah, there's amazing things happening on there. So if there's any board gamers or card gamers out there, like check out Kickstarter. Video games too. It's just like magical what's going on over there. So we really want to continue to be a part of that.
So if you want to come say what's up to Max, he's you're going to be in the Kickstarter lounge for most of the show here?
Yeah, there's really good stuff in the Kickstarter room. So come say hi, come hang out. We'd love to meet you guys.
All right.
Cool.
Max Temkin, ladies and gentlemen. Max, thanks for coming up on stage. Sit back down, Alex.
Is Dave Lang still sitting in that seat?
He's in the Lang zone.
Yeah.
Why isn't anyone asking him to sign anything?
John Drake, Cole Coolin in the Lang zone. Damn.
They're super comfortable chairs.
Yes. Yes, that's right. Yes.
All right. Well, we are of course as usual burning through our time faster than we ever anticipate. So let's get our next guest up here and keep the show going.
Absolutely.
You guys might know him as the lead producer at 38 Studios, Mr. Richard K. Gallop, friend of the site. Rich Gallop, come on up. And of course, what better way? Rich Gallop, how you doing, sir?
Hey everyone, how you doing? I'm good.
Give us a hand for Rich Gallop. Come
We're all
on.
like shadowy and mysterious out there.
How's it feel to be back on a stage in front of cameras and stuff, man?
Basically, the only time I do it is here with you guys, so
Yeah.
it's feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty comfortable.
Happy to facilitate that. Give
Thank
you the
you.
opportunity to come out here, show off your sideburns.
Just give me that little bump to get me through another year.
Exactly.
Go back into anonymity.
We're the methadone for live broadcast for Rich Gallop.
I appreciate it. It's good service.
So you came all the way up from not from Rhode Island, but
Well, I work in Rhode Island, but I live in Canton. Anyone here from Canton?
Canton
you.
represent.
Isn't that in Ohio?
If you live in Canton,
That dude is
Massachusetts,
stoked.
I need you to go to the Vietnamese restaurant more, Pho 29, because I feel like they're going to close and they make good, cheap food. So please help me out.
So
little inside baseball,
It's like
man.
$8
Little inside
for
baseball.
lemongrass chicken. $8. It's really good.
So I bring up the Rhode Island thing. I have that on my mind because you came in today and oh God, Alex, Jesus Christ! I think your beer just came.
That is the worst shit.
It's fine.
Yeah, we'll take that away from
Move
Alex.
that over there.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Canada? Jesus.
Sit down, Adam.
Not you, Adam. You're cool.
I bring up that segue because you came to us with a fun story from Rhode Island, and of course, what better way to illustrate a fun story than with up close magic on a giant fucking panel?
So not to, because I know from California, you guys, the geography out here is a little squirrely for you. This is actually a Massachusetts story. I used to live in Somerville. I'm just gonna keep calling out towns. There you go. Yeah.
Hey,
that's
I
right.
used to live there too.
You did. We hung out all the time. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Now we don't.
Tough. I'm gonna make a flower grow in this flower pot while he talks.
So who knew that Powder House Boulevard, my neighborhood in
Let
Somerville?
me inspect the flower pot.
Is this flower pot? Is there
Nice.
anything wrong with this flower pot? This is a normal flower pot. Yes.
What the fuck are you doing?
This is gonna, believe it or not, this has something to do with video games.
All right. Yeah, I can confirm that this is a
This is
standard
a regular, standard
plastic
flower pot,
pot.
plastic
Yeah.
flower pot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there any flower currently growing in it?
I will show the audience. Does anyone see it? No flowers, no flowers. No, keep those fingers moving. That's important.
We rehearsed this. This is good. You're doing
All right, yeah,
great.
that looks fine. Yeah.
Well, what if I told you I could, with just a little bit of prestidigitation, make magic occur and grow a flower?
I would say you are a demon.
Well then, sir, here's what I have for you. Boom!
All right.
Did
I want no part.
exactly how they rehearsed
Pretty
it.
flower for a pretty lady.
Thank you, sir.
All right, here's the story.
So this is how this ties into Somerville.
It's actually in Medford, up the street. That's from Hank Lee's Magic Factory. Hank Lee's Magic Factory is a very shady-looking brick building.
Canada's #1 strip club, Hank Lee's Magic Factory.
Hank Lee's Magic Factory.
Please welcome Pepper to the stage. Let her know.
Brantford,
Pepper.
Ontario's own Pepper.
My wife, because she's awesome, put on a magic show for my birthday once, which is awesome.
That's love, ladies and gentlemen. That is love.
She's awesome.
I fucking love you guys so much.
I didn't even have to say it.
Yeah.
God damn.
Little
you're
late, Drake. Little late.
Right on the same wavelength.
I'm sorry. All right, so she got that flower pot trick from Hank Lee himself. Hank Lee, earlier this week, or maybe it was last week, got busted for defrauding one of his customers of over $500,000.
Here, let me check the
In
Kotaku
magic.
story to make sure I have the details right.
Over $500,000, $560,000.
In magic.
In magic, yes. Through PayPal, something.
Quality magic.
Well, to be fair, he's got a whole factory full of
Yeah,
it.
no, he actually has good magic tricks too. The person you defraud this money from his initials are RG, which we thought was funny because we're like, oh, that's like my initials. It's like you defrauded me, but we don't have that much money, so it wasn't us. And we don't live in Texas like this man RG does. And when he's not living in Texas, he's in outer space.
Richard Garriott, ladies
Because
and
his name
gentlemen.
is
Richard Garriott, ladies and gentlemen.
the man who sold my wife that magic trick. Do it again.
Hold on.
You got it.
Hold on. Let me
Make
see
it happen.
Let's see if I've got the
Make it
correct
happen.
flair. Presto!
That man
So,
defrauded Lord British of over $500,000.
So was the magic trick that he bought for that much money, did he promise, I'll sell you this wand and then, you can grow more rat tails? Just boom! It's just boom!
Well, remember, he used
Because
to
I'd pay $500,000 for
remember,
that.
he used to only have one. Now he has two.
Exactly. That's
So
what I'm
something
thinking.
happened.
Are they like pig rat tails?
Anything is possible at Hankley's Magic Factory.
But no touching.
Except getting your money back.
Let them know.
It was just really weird that such a weird story happened like a block away from where I used to live.
I love it. I love it to death. And I'm so happy that you brought this amazing...
That's for you guys. Do with it what you want. You can have that.
We're doing
Massachusetts,
it, man.
ladies and gentlemen, trust no one. No one.
Rich Gallop, anything else happen in your world you could talk about?
Heck yeah, Reckoning
put out a
came out.
game?
Anyone play Reckoning? Yeah. It was pretty good. We liked it. DLC, everyone playing the DLC? Yeah. And he was working on an MMO as well. What? It's good. You should play it. It's pretty much, it's like some of the biggest DLC ever. Legend of Dead Kill.
There are like pirates in it or something?
Yeah, there's pirates in that one. Teeth of Narrows is a new one.
That's like so 2008.
They're pretty cool pirates.
Yeah? Are there ninjas?
They're dubstep pirates.
Then I don't give a fuck.
You like the game, didn't you?
I like what?
Do we need to talk about it afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay. No, yeah, so Reckoning came out. Still not talking about the MMO. Excited to when we do. Yeah.
Fantastic.
What's that?
The K stands for Copernicus.
Oh, you mean that game that's
Richard
coming out
Copernicus.
this year, according to Todd McFarlane?
Yep. According to Todd McFarlane's coming out this year.
Yep. Your boss said it's coming out this year.
Why am I here?
For that magic story. That was pretty much it.
Well, it's great.
And because you worked with Ken Burns, who we just talked about earlier.
You did.
So-
And yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I interned on Jazz. It was a good time.
Great.
It was a good time. So while I'm here, actually, if I could turn the microphone on you guys, because I heard recently you guys changed offices or something. You guys moved. Is
What?
that true?
Accurate.
Over to 2nd Street.
I'm still in my bedroom. I don't know what you're talking about.
I heard you guys
We've
moved.
gone above ground.
Excellent.
Yeah.
We're no longer underground, you guys. Sorry.
Overground.
Why
We've
did
gone
no one tell me
mainstream.
about this?
So I have to ask, is it weird?
Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
Super fucking weird, man. Yeah,
That Quiznos is still there.
Curry and
Did you think it was going to go
Okay,
somewhere?
no. Okay, the old on the spot set is still there, and the Let's Game Spot sign is still stuffed in it. That's fucking weird.
Can I have it?
That dude canceled that show without telling us. When was that?
Oh, man.
Like
You know what?
2006?
Yeah.
Not 2007.
2007.
2007.
It was a hell of a year.
2007.
So we can
2007.
we actually the other reason why I have Rich up here is we're going to officially announce right now we are going to take the lost episode of Time Trotters, and we're going to put it on GiantBomb.com in the near future. So that'll be available
As soon as I find it.
as soon as he finds it. We're going to
I
put
have
it up.
it.
So that's what being part of the CBS family allows us to do.
Now we can admit that we showed it at your PAX panel in Seattle when we shouldn't have.
Yeah, it was
Can
like
we
the
admit
first
that
PAX
now?
panel we did.
Yeah,
we
So,
showed.
like, we're
a
going to
version
show
of
this. Don't tell GameSpot, but we're going to show this.
Yeah.
And they liked it. If anyone was there for that, we
And now it's
appreciate
brought to
guys.
you by Two Broke Girls.
Yep.
Undercover Boss.
I think that's ABC.
I don't watch network television.
No, neither do I.
Cool. So it is weird. It seems weird watching you guys do videos in the office again.
Yeah, I mean it's been really great. I mean, you know there are a lot of good people there.
Oh, yeah,
and,
totally.
and,
Everyone's awesome.
it's a lot of good dudes there. So it's cool to get to see them on a more regular basis and all that shit. It's just the very nature of it. I mean, yeah, it's the reason why we think it didn't leak is that no one would believe it. You know, because like you were probably one of the first people to know, actually, because I
don't think you'd ever heard me swear that much.
No, I had
We had that
never-
phone conversation.
So we're driving across the Golden Gate Bridge, and I said, "I'm going to call Rich." Or no, you called me.
I called you to see what's up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was right after we had just kind of had a milestone in all this stuff, probably like January, somewhere around there. Of things were advancing and getting pretty serious with CBS. It was looking like, okay, this is probably going to happen, and I was like, so we're probably going to get acquired by the fine folks at CBS Interactive. And I think your reaction was. Do you remember?
I believe it
do you
was,
remember what
"Get
you
the
said?
fuck outta here."
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe it was
I
something along
believe-
like,
yeah.
"Get the fuck out of here."
I said, get the fuck out of here. Curse word
Yeah,
on
one
camera.
curse,
First
boom.
time
Yeah.
ever. Then I said, you fucking idiots. Because I was worried, and I'm not worried anymore because I look out here and I know these people here are going to hold you to it. It's like, Giant Bomb is an awesome site, and you guys have to keep it awesome. And when you get put in a building full of suits, there is the potential for things to become less awesome. So it's on you guys to hold these guys to their current level of Giant Bomb.
And we will absolutely do it.
This was not part of the deal.
The moment that they waver, you call them out on it. You call them loudly. You give these moderators work.
I feel like this is the first time we've ever been accused of having standards.
Or not having standards. Whatever it is you have, keep doing that.
Okay.
Having a lack of standards.
Yeah.
All right.
So like when you're in that office, like you cannot hang up enough posters of yourselves. Like
We have all of
Rockstar
them.
The Skid Row poster is still there.
I saw that. That's awesome. Did you hang that up? Or is
No,
that predates.
why would I hang that
Yeah.
up? I'm not there.
I meant originally.
No,
Okay,
that was oh god, I didn't know who that
Tim
was.
Tracy.
Tim Tracy. All right.
Anyway.
Palm Springs' own Tim Tracy.
Cool. So I'm excited for the opportunities that this gives you guys, and I'm excited for these guys keeping you in line and making sure you keep doing what you're doing because it's a good thing.
Well, thank you for the well wishes. We appreciate it.
Sorry, I wasn't like funny or whatever. It's serious. Counting on you guys. I like.
Do you have any like jerk off or like poop jokes or anything to bring to this?
I was surprised when you were doing this that Jeff didn't reach over and do this for the birth part.
Richard K. Gallop, ladies and gentlemen.
Check out Reckoning and its DLC, Teeth and Arrows, and Legend of Dead Kel.
What?
I missed all of that. All right, guys. How you guys doing? You still feeling good? Still with us? All right.
God bless your souls.
Hey, it's time for a little Q&A. What do we say here?
Yeah.
You guys ready
Jesus,
over
have we
there?
already gotten there? All
I've
right.
got some questions.
All right, the enforcers are going to pull out a microphone here into the aisleway. Just give it a second. Chill. Just fucking cool out. Yeah, you. Down. On the ground. I don't want to be able to see you.
Sit in that guy's
I can
lap.
fucking see you still. Yeah, you're bad at hiding. Hide and go seek.
Right there.
Right there.
He's right there.
99, right there. All right, so we've got a microphone set up in the aisle over here. If you guys got any questions about stuff, fucking line up.
Yeah.
I will try and answer them.
Don't just leave. This is like the best part of the whole thing.
I'm sorry, no capes.
I'm actually not Superman. My name tag says, hello, I want to be the guy.
All right.
What?
Get closer to the microphone, sir.
Lean
Turn
into
down
that
your radio.
thing.
All right, so my question is really for Patrick. You coming onto the site. Yeah, drink up.
Accurate.
You coming to the site, one of the best things to happen to Giant.
You guys are ready for me to curse this site, right?
Hey, Vinny's not here. Patrick's my new favorite.
Go fuck yourself, you mother. I'm sorry, what was the question? Yes.
Ask your question.
So you coming to the site, one of the greatest things that happened to Giant Bomb. You are an incredible news reporter, and you are bringing you're educating people a lot about indie games with your worth reading column. That is
Thanks.
amazing. I love it. I actually was wondering if there's any way you could bring more coverage of indie games to Giant Bomb. I would actually like it to be my source for indie games. There's things out there like TIG Source and stuff like that, but I want to go to Giant Bomb, and I want you to, keep educating me about indie games.
Well, one of the ways to do that is rather than what if we could just invent a bunch of indie games? So the Molly Jam was part of that.
Yeah.
So 300 games got made out of that, and there are a bunch of more coming. Things like that I think could be really interesting. I find watching the creative process to be super fascinating. That 48 hours where we hosted 150 developers in San Francisco. Yeah, we weren't sitting around and watching, Ken Levine making decisions about BioShock Infinite, but all the same decisions that these guys were making about their games in 48 hours are all the same decisions that those developers spend doing over 3-4 years with much more money. And I think more insight into the creative process is really interesting. And is useful not just for me, for the stuff that I do, but also for people that like games, that want to learn more about how they're made. And so, we're definitely going to do a Molly Jam next year, and I think stuff like that, especially given the kind of resources we have over at the new CBS building and just the kind of stuff we can do over at CBS, that's kind of stuff that I want to do, and I feel like that sort of transparency and insight into the development process is something that I really want to bring to Giant Bomb, and so hopefully I will have more than 2 weeks to set up the next game jam or whatever thing that I do next time, But anything that I can do to allow the people that love what we do to have a better idea of how games are made, if that's something I facilitate, I think that could be really interesting. So hopefully that's something I can work on in the next year, especially now that we're at CBS and we have more resources to do that sort of thing.
Awesome. And real quick, speaking about worth reading, I promised the guy doing Against the Wall in the Kickstarter lounge that I would mention it to you. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. I think it should be
I haven't gone to that lounge yet, so I will make sure and swing by there tomorrow before we hit our flight. So
cool.
Thanks,
guys.
I
do love the rest of you too.
Nice. And keep in mind, the Lang zone up here is an indie developer zone. It's Iron Galaxy Studios.
Totally independent.
And Harmonix.
Yeah.
Totally independent too, right? Dave Lang lost that dude's pen cap. You lost your fucking wedding ring?
Yeah, lost.
Okay, you lost it for the night, so ladies, you want to come up and...
Hey!
Enter the Lang zone. He's married with kids.
Lang Zone!
Racketeer! Available soon. Next question. Hello?
All right. Hey, guys. You guys talked a lot about video games and Cards Against Humanity, but are there any other tabletop games or any other events at PAX that you guys have done or are waiting to do?
I like Chutes and Ladders a lot. And Payday's pretty good. Payday's actually really good.
Game of Life. All day long.
Too complicated.
Pop-O-Matic trouble. No, I'll say that I think, Cards speaks to us in a specific, real damaging, filthy kind of way that really most board and tabletop games don't really crack. There was...
There's no like, everybody get on the train jokes built into Ticket to Ride. You have to bring them yourself. So I think someone needs to make like the filthy group grope version of Ticket to Ride before we'll be able to really get into something like that.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Catan with dick jokes. Someone make that happen.
Hey guys,
Hey, how's it going?
I got a idea here. Now that I've heard y'all talk about y'all trying to figure out an idea for the big studio y'all have over at the new office. How about this? How about now that Vinny has a kid, y'all recreate The Lion King, and Jeff plays Rafiki, and Scar is played by Alex. Am I going somewhere with this?
I'm pretty sure Vinny would not allow Jeff to hold the child up.
This went in a direction I was not expecting at all.
No. Don't shake the baby.
All right.
I'm not good around kids.
Also, I think
Again,
the best I
that
can
is-
do is like voiceover at this point. That's the best I can offer.
That is a Disney property that is ABC, so go fuck yourself.
Now, if you have an idea for a fine CBS property we could emulate, by all means.
I mean, there's so many good ones. Twilight Zone.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Fucking Star Trek. Hawaii Five-0, both the old one and the new one.
The new ones.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Scott Conn is always great.
Yeah. Tuesdays.
Thanks, you guys.
CSI New York.
Thank you for your question. What's going on, dude?
Hi. First
Get close to it. Get up on it.
Ryan, congratulations.
No, come on. You move towards it, then you move back away.
Ryan, congratulations on becoming a Beyonce.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
My question is, in light of your new resources at CBS and in light of what's happened here tonight, how long until we can see quick looks of magic tricks?
Oh, wow. That is a good question.
Starting next week, we have to do our own quick looks.
Yeah.
We have literally no video people next week.
Yeah, we're going back to the Stone Age before we really move forward. We'll have Vinny is of course out, and then Drew's heading out on vacation pretty soon here. So, I don't know. We'll have a hard time doing quick looks of proper video games for a few days here till Vinny gets back in.
It's going to be like the end of Event Horizon in that office. Like, it's just going to be people clawing each other's eyes out. It's just going to be fucking chaos.
Yes, I see.
And naked Sam Neill, of course.
Yeah, naked Sam Neill clawing his eyes out.
Do you see?
Liberate
Do you see?
Fuck this ship.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir.
Timely references from your
I
current
guess
giant
we
bomb,
answered
ladies
that
and gentlemen.
question. I don't know. What's going on, dude? What's your question?
I've got a couple quick PAX-related questions.
Okay.
First one, how many Utilakilts have you seen so far?
Not as many as I thought.
8.
Not as many as I thought I would.
Yeah. So, you know what?
Drew is the official count, though.
Drew, do you have any official?
17.
So I gotta say this. Someone was asking earlier of like, hey, you guys have been to a lot of PAX Primes. You've been to now 2 PAX Easts. You know,
3.
like what's
I bid a 3.
You bid, okay, so so what's what's better? You like kind of what's the difference between them? And really, to me, they're very similar shows. Like the overall tone, the feel good vibe at PAX is true coast to coast, and that's fantastic. And I love that about it. But I'm gonna say Boston. You guys have less utility-kilts, so you fucking win.
But here's the thing. No, but here's the trick about that. There's a fucking utilikilt booth here.
Yeah. That's at all. That's at
PAX Prime.
That's at all of them. That's at
Like
both of them.
they have become self-aware.
Yeah. Well, they are a business, you know. They're made by a company.
Somebody's
that
got
makes
to.
utility-kilts.
they're going to where the audience is, or at least where they feel it is. And I think by the count, 17. I mean, you take that as a total percentage of PAX attendees. Maybe it's
That's
kind
like
of
at
low.
least a few
But,
$100.
You probably compare it to like the average like utilikilt sales month or something like that. Like who the fuck is buying utilikilt except crazy people?
But I'm going to put you guys on fucking notice, though, because I have seen a lot of leather hats.
Yeah, a lot of leather hats.
You know what? It wasn't cool when it was a fucking fedora. It's not cool when it's a fucking leather hat. Just take it easy there, fucking Wild West, man.
Pretty good number of toe shoes out there too.
Oh, you seen
God,
some
I
toe
haven't seen
shoes?
any fucking toe shoes.
I have seen some toe shoes.
I kind of want to buy some toe shoes. Thank you for your
It's
question.
like buying foot cancer. Fuck that.
Oh, they sell that?
Yeah, they're called toe
On
shoes.
CBS.
Wednesdays.
You had another question?
Make it quick. The line is long.
Have you spent any time in the arcade room yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're playing
Miss
Crew.
Pac-Man.
It's fucking awesome.
That
Fucking
room's
Twisted Sister, man.
I was playing Ms. Pac-Man and Come Sail Away came on, and I was like, yes. I immediately went and stuffed $10 into the donation bucket over there because like, that was exactly what I wanted.
That is.
If you haven't seen it, I think it's on this floor. I think it's just down the other end of this floor. You got to check it out. The classic arcade area is awesome.
And it's nice and dark too. We wanted it dark in here, sort of like that, and they keep it dark in there, and that's good because it's bright everywhere else.
The musical selection is amazing. They have some great games that are in pretty excellent condition overall from what I've seen. So if you like classic stuff, you got to go check it out. And I believe they're affiliated with Fun Spot.
Yeah, it's the Fun Spot. Fun Spot has the arcade museum inside of it. When I went to the Fun Spot, the Donkey Kong machine was broken. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how do you do that? God, that was awesome.
They got a Junior Pac-Man machine there.
They do. Thank you for your question.
All right, thanks.
I don't like that you're doing it with the pot upside down. I feel like we're really just kind of tearing down all of the magical pretense.
Okay.
All right, David Blaine.
You're a regular Chris Angel over there.
Okay.
Buddy, what's your question?
What do you think is Russia's greatest gift to society? Tetris or vodka?
I'm more of a whiskey man, but vodka's still really good.
I'm going to pick a third option, and that's Spies Like Us. Thank you for your question.
Did you bring pizza?
I have a very important question. We have leftover pizza, and we're wondering if you want the rest.
Wait. Did you put anything in it? Then I don't fucking want it. Oh, it's Domino's, thank God.
Over here. Come on. Don't fucking.
Who needs it the most? Take a look at this panel and figure it out.
What? Oh, and then Chris Charla, Microsoft's own Chris Charla, supplying us with some Sal's Pizza, home of the 19-inch 3-pound pizza. Fuck. Signed by Dave Lang.
I can't get this at home anymore. They don't sell it.
Oh, it's got olives on it.
Oh, fuck that.
The fuck?
Charla!
Thank you for the pizza.
Next question.
You guys have been saying recently with the move to CBS that Giant Bomb kind of, to differentiate it from other gaming websites, that you have long videos. Was that a conscious choice, or did that just come from doing videos?
I think it came from our complete inability to self-edit. Yeah.
It was an issue of necessity at first. It was an issue of, we weren't really, we wanted to provide some sort of coverage of these games that we couldn't otherwise. Like we were, a staff of, 5 dudes at that point.
Yeah.
And
Might have even been 4 at that point. Was that?
I think, yeah, I think so.
Before Drew
yeah.
was even there, so that was.
So yeah, we had the 4 of us, so we didn't really have that much bandwidth to do stuff. But we're still seeing these games, and we wanted to be able to say something about them. And so the quick looks were really originally kind of quick. They were like 5-minute, 10-minute videos.
Yeah, it's just like here's Burnout Bikes, and
but kind of like
what was. Like you did the first couple, right? Or I did Burnout Bikes.
You did the first one, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he couldn't think of anything to call it, so he said, "A quick look at Burnout Bikes." That's how magic is.
And a star was born. And kind of the demand from the audience was they really enjoyed the format, and so they were like, "We want more of this." Kind of with the podcast, which is now like fucking 2.5, 3 hours every week. Jesus Christ, what are we doing? So. Same sort of necessity, same thing of just like people were, happy to watch these longer and longer videos. And, at that point, like up to then, that had always been the taboo. That's the thing that we had never been told. Or the thing that we had always been told was like people don't watch videos like more than 2 minutes on the internet. So
no one has an attention span.
No one has an attention span, so you got to make it really fast,
Everyone's
really tight.
high.
Yeah. So kind of like breaking that rule and learning that we could, make that work for ourselves and kind of find a voice in it was just kind of part of the process.
Yeah. And then you saw some other sites start doing longer and longer videos.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we didn't invent the idea.
That's true.
It just kind of became a thing for us, and we enjoy doing it, and it's a fun way to kind of look at these games. Next question.
Hey guys.
Hello.
I'm glad you made it up. I'm sorry for calling you out earlier and shunning you for trying to jump to the mic. I know that you were excited, but I'm glad you made it up here.
I'm very excited. So I've been really excited recently to see the proliferation of long-form video game journalism again, especially with Patrick joining the team. And I went to the Penny Arcade report talk with Ben Kuchera yesterday. For each of you guys, outside of GameSpot and obviously Giant Bomb, who do you guys think is doing the most interesting work in games journalism today?
Justin McElroy is one of my personal favorites. J-Mac keeps it really real.
Polygon.com.
I'm launching a new site, pixels.com, sprites.com. But no, I think he's got a good, he's a kindred spirit as far as I'm concerned. He has that same interest in kind of blending the humor with the coverage, taking both ends of it as seriously as we do, I guess. So yeah, I really like his stuff. It's always been a pleasure to read and to hear him on podcasts and stuff.
Yeah, I think that Game Informer is doing some really good stuff with video online. Which you wouldn't necessarily think because it's like a print magazine primarily, but I think some of their online stuff. I think with Phil Kohler leaving to go to Polygon, I think they take a hit there. But there's still a good crew in place there that's done some really good video stuff. And also, I got to say, Greg Miller at IGN is doing interesting stuff with his YouTube show. I think it was a kind of a bumpy start, but it seems like they're kind of finding some interesting ways to just present video game content in different ways. And I think that's what it's about. Is that there's no one right way to do this. It's going to different audiences are going to have different needs, and it's good to see more and more people kind of reaching in a lot of different directions and finding different shit to do.
It really does feel like a transitional time kind of across the board, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks.
So first of all the best to Vinny. Hope things are going well for him. And it's a shame that he couldn't be here to sort of weigh in on this question, but I'll direct it to Jeff. What is your most memorable moment from the Persona 4 endurance run?
When it broke, episode 50, when
oh yeah,
when it
that
broke,
was harrowing.
and Dave, you still have that footage, right? Did all of it go up? Okay, all right, all of it went up. Yeah, when we lost one there, we thought it was going to be kind of a special episode. That definitely stuck out because that was a moment of just like, oh God, if we're not showing the whole thing, like, is it even worth doing this anymore? Like, it was very existential crisis.
It was potentially the end.
Yeah, it could have very well been the end of the whole thing. But yeah, that's the part that probably sticks out for me.
As you learn, nothing stops the endurance run.
Yeah, and nothing starts it either, ever again.
So yeah, if you've got the question of what's the next endurance run, get the fuck out of line. Just be ready. Yep, that's right.
Thank you.
Thank you for your question, sir.
Hey,
how you doing?
My voice is shot. Sorry.
Again, get real close to that mic.
Okay. So my voice is shot. Sorry. I've been following you guys since over like 10 years. After Next Gen magazine went away, GameSpot was the place I went to, and it was your opinions and writing that drew me in. Went to Giant Bomb and all that. I went through a year and a half of testing on Ghost Recon Forever Soldier. And I finagled my way into being the guy that does all the interviews and stuff. Even if it's not on the site or whatever, just so I can have a one-on-one, can I see what you guys think? Will one of you guys come and tell me how crappy it is or how cool it is or whatever? I just want to see your opinion on it.
For Future Soldier?
Yeah.
So I haven't seen that since, I remember the first time that I saw it, and they said, like, yeah, and, we're coming out with this. This was, 2010 maybe?
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah.
Was the first time I saw it, and they were like, yeah, we're that was like early in the year, and they said, like, yeah, and we're coming out in like 6 months, and it looked fucking rough.
I know.
It looked like they had like their big like live action trailer that they had ginned up for it, and all this stuff with the weird little robot tank thing and the the active camo and everything, and I was like
helicopter thing.
I was just like, this doesn't. I can't believe that this will be a game in 6 months or 9 months. Like, this needs so much more time, and sure enough, it's been pushed and it's been rebooted. But I really haven't seen it in its most recent incarnation.
What was the last thing they showed? Wasn't it like this thing? Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Connect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the future.
Yeah. Remember?
Fuck God, I forgot all about that. God damn.
Real quick question. Does your PR rep know you're here?
Absolutely.
Do they know you're
not.
asking this? Because
No, absolutely not.
All right.
this is going on the internet. They may find out.
Yeah, start polishing up your resume.
Disguise your voice a
They're
little.
French. They don't listen to anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw the game.
Make your voice sound like this.
I saw the game
They'll
right before.
find out, it's all good. Whatever.
I saw the game right before E3 last year, and I thought it looked a little rough too.
Sure. Yeah, I know.
That was the last time I've seen it.
I just want to have. I don't want it to go up on the site. I don't care. I just want to have a one-on-one.
Cool.
Possible tomorrow.
We're all flying out. I'm on the harmonics panel in the morning, and then I think you're on the panel tomorrow as well.
State of the game, yeah, 10:30.
Yeah, 10:30. Then I'm at 11:30.
It looks great.
And then we're all. There you go. All right.
All right. It was a shot in the dark, man.
But we probably will see it again pretty soon here. I imagine it's at a point where they're going to have to start sending out builds sooner or later, right?
Yeah.
Emphasis on have to.
Yeah.
But this was a selfish thing. It wasn't for the game. It was for me.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for your question, sir.
Good luck in your job hunt.
What up, dude?
Hello, Bombardiers.
Hi.
All right. As a Canadian, I feel the need to argue.
Woo! Quiet down, Canucks.
So much for polite Canada.
Use your
This is the only place that would happen.
I feel the need to argue that Magic Factory can't be the name of an iconic Canadian strip club because of all of our iconic strip clubs are French. So I think you need to go with Factoire Magique.
Factoire Magique is so much better. You're right.
The Quebecois.
But it would still be Hank Lee's.
Sorry? It can definitely still be Hank.
It would
He'll
definitely still be Hank
Anglo
Lee's
transplant.
Factoire Magique.
Girl, I want to get all up in them factoires.
Also,
Ooh, Hank Lee, you nasty.
So wait, are you saying there aren't non-French Canadian strippers? Is that what you're trying to get at here?
There's a blue Camaro in the parking lot with its lights on. Please head out and.
there are, but they're out west.
I hear that Dave Lang made a girl cry at the Factoire Magique.
In Canada, that's allowed. Our rules are a little different. Also, I was wondering if Jeff could honor us all by talking like a gangster for as long as possible.
Shit.
That's it.
That's it. That's all.
That's it.
That's literally all he's got. All right. Thank you.
Next question, please.
Hi, guys. I was kind of trying to bring a little ridiculous to this. I don't think I've been talking to the right people this weekend. Need to hear some ridiculous posturing. Which one of you would win in a dance-off?
Patrick. I feel like I might rep a pretty close second, but Patrick's got more stamina.
I'm all shoulders when I go.
I'm just skin and bones, is why I'm pretty agile when I move around. But I mean, you give Shoemaker enough of enough juice.
Yeah, go on YouTube and find the video of him.
He's really more of a
singing.
I hear. He's really more of a vocalist than a dancer.
But there's also plenty of video of Patrick like shirtless dancing on YouTube also. So if you look that up, it's
that's actually accurate.
That all exists.
That all exists. I hit all the notes in that video too.
The darkest notes imaginable.
You're like all ribs.
Yeah. Whatever. I'm engaged. I did my job.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you for the question.
Hey guys, huge fan. I recently got to play Joust, the move-enabled like tag game earlier today.
Yeah, the Johan Joust. Yeah.
Yes, I was wondering if you guys have played it and what you guys thought about it.
Yeah, we've played it a couple times. I think probably my best experience, we were at the Bastion launch party, and it was kind of surreal because it was like the Supergiant guys and like Tim Schafer and Jonathan Blow.
Who is a fucking murderer at that game.
He will kick you in the fucking face.
Yeah.
And Johann Sebastian Joust.
He was acting like the Lord Voldemort of Johann Sebastian Joust.
Yeah, some games are getting hardcore.
He would just
That's a weirdly apt description.
He would just stand like this.
Right. He's got weird like ninja magic or something.
And then so no one wanted to play with him, and then Tim Schafer would when the game would start. If you haven't played Joust, it's this move game, and then you're trying not to shake the controller. Schafer would just take the controller, shake it, throw it on the ground, and go and hit everyone else's hand.
I remember I did that during the big live show. In fact, I think I remember picking you up over my head and throwing you over a table at some point.
Jeff, you threw a chair.
I realized the range of possible strategies in that game when you beat me by throwing a chair at me.
Yeah. And then, so he moved out of the way of the chair, and then the chair flung into the wall and put a hole in the wall. So it's probably for the best we moved out of there. I don't know if we got our deposit back, but I don't care.
It's pretty great.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, I've actually seen all of you on the show floor except for Gersman. So
He was sleeping all day.
Yeah.
Hi Jeff.
Hello. I had Rome all over me. It was like
an
airplane, like just like greasy hair, just everything. Like the whole first day of the show, I realized that like watching that day one video, and when it went up, I was like, oh man, I look like fucking hell. Holy shit. Like these showers I'm taking are not long enough.
They're never long enough, Jeff.
No, they're never long enough.
You'll never get clean.
Oh, not again. Not after last night. But then what you, yes. And then he left his phone there.
Never leave your phone at a strip club.
Don't lose your phone at a strip club. Don't lose your phone in the Lang zone. She took the phone. Oh yeah, she took the phone.
She took it.
You didn't make her cry. All right, dude.
I didn't pawn my wedding ring.
So I
Is there a question?
Yeah. I wanted a personal opinion. So as far as going as press to something, would you recommend I try and see maybe possibly E3, or fuck it and just go to PAX Prime?
I mean, if you can get a legitimate media credential, E3 is there are fewer people there and more games, and all the games are not out. So it has none of the community vibe though.
It is mercenary as shit. Everyone is pissed off.
Yeah, nobody wants to be there.
Here, everyone's super excited and happy, and there's this great sense of community that you have here, and just everyone's super friendly and nice at PAX. Imagine the exact opposite.
Every single appointment you go to at E3, if you don't say it, which I try not to say it because I actually do still enjoy going to E3, the person you're meeting with is just like, ugh, man, this show.
How are you
holding up? And it's like the later it goes, like their voice is just fucking destroyed.
Sorry, nothing else. In meetings the whole time, and fuck, I can't go look at Ghost Recon. You wanna go see Ghost Recon?
Well, yeah, I only asked because the highlight of my PAX is easily meeting and talking to you guys. So.
Aww.
Yeah.
Well, at E3, we don't have time to do any of that. We're too busy running from one thing to the next.
Yeah,
So,
basically, if I see you at E3, I'm giving you fucking dagger eyes.
That's like
all I
that
got.
goes back to
That's
the thing
all
of
I got
like,
left.
if you're at E3 and you're in line for a free shirt, you shouldn't have been led into E3.
I mean, people I know and like, I will walk past them, and the best I'll do is like that's it. That's,
I forget who it was that invented this rule. I think it was Jeff. If you have more than 3 pieces of swag at E3, there should be a trap door in the floor that you fall through.
Get the
you
fuck
don't
out.
Get to fucking come back. You're done.
It's not a free T-shirt zone.
No.
If you're there, like I'm gonna wait in this line and take pictures of this girl on this throne. Fucking what?
Watch the throne. Watch the throne.
Oh my God.
Thanks so much, guys. And Alex, sorry for calling you Dave Snyder earlier.
It was worth it.
There's Dave Snyder right here.
So for what it's worth, that's happened 4 times this trip already. It's not just you, so don't worry about it.
All right, Alex, I think that means you have to cut your hair now.
I just did.
Cut it again. Cut it how I like it.
All right, I'll go to the Ubisoft booth tomorrow.
All right.
Have him tattoo your hair off.
Yeah.
What's your question, buddy?
Hi. Just wanted to first thank you guys for your podcast and everything. I listen to it like every night before I go to sleep. It's really awesome.
We only do one a week.
You got backlog? I don't know. So I know you said you don't want to hear this, and I mean I've been waiting in line forever, so I don't even care anymore. I would really like it, and I know you don't want to do it, and you said you don't want to do it anymore. Maybe you could do another extended play. I mean, I don't know, extended play of something.
I don't even know what that is.
What's an extended play?
Endurance
Do you mean
run.
the endurance run?
There we go. Endurance run.
Oh.
Do you even read our site?
Sir?
Fucked it up.
But yeah, I know you don't want to do it. And you don't
Well,
have to
when
do
we're
it.
done
Can we get a
doing
you
now
fucked up
playing
chance?
and
I'm gonna go sit down now.
We'll do a let's play.
Yeah.
You know what? We say it every time. The endurance run is fucking organic. It happens when someone
Full
on the
access
staff
preview
is ready to take the burden on because it is a daily fucking thing. You have to go and record one of those things, and they're like half hour to an hour every day.
Oh God, I think he's crying now.
And if it's like
Pope is consoling him.
and if you're thinking like shit, I gotta be I'm gonna be out of town this Friday. Well, guess what? On the Thursday or sometime before then, you got to stack those up. So
nothing stops.
Nothing stops the endurance
Once you
run.
start it.
Yeah.
It's
you keep going every fucking weekday. So it is an undertaking. I had a blast doing Chrono Trigger with Patrick. That was the last one we did. I enjoyed it thoroughly. It was the second one that I've done, first one that I played on. But that just that game came to me.
And I
saw
think
it, I'm I wanna do it.
it'll make sense for us to do one again someday. And I don't know who it'll be, and I don't know what game it'll be, and I don't know when it will be. It's right now. We're super busy, kind of looking at other things and trying to get some other stuff back in line. But once we get there and get that stuff out of the way, we'll think about it. I will say it'll probably never happen because the time kind of came and went. But at one point, I walked up to Vinny and looked at him and said, "Yakuza 3, think about it." And he looked at me and just went, and then we never spoke of it again.
So it has to be this shared kind of burden, this shared commitment of yes, we are going to do this. So when it happens, it happens. It's like love, man. You can't force it.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason. People ask hey, do another one and all that stuff. But I really think if we were to just force them out time and time again, I think that they would really fucking start to suck. And they're kind of cool, special-y sort of things that people really seem to like. So I want to make sure when we do them that they matter. So
I'm sorry, we have time for one more question.
Oh.
I know.
Can you just all shout them at once?
It crept up on us. So dude, bring us out. It's got to be
have
fucking
the
good.
greatest question.
Okay, next question then.
Fuck.
I got a good question.
All right, so you said he's got his combo.
Lord of the Flies,
blow us
that
away,
shit. If
man.
you got it, I don't care.
No, I want y'all to be honest. This is the last question, so please be completely honest. What is the most personal, longest edit you took out of the podcast? I know sometimes it might get personal. Maybe y'all cut it.
It's never been personal. It's just been if it's been boring or just goes on for too long. That's the only time I've ever cut stuff. And I haven't cut shit from that podcast in a while now.
Where's the after party, dear?
After party's at JJ Foley's downtown.
Yeah.
And that happens like right after this. We're done now, so thank you guys for coming out to our panel. We love you guys so much. You are the best fucking fans in the world. CBS Side Players, take us home.